In Africa, hunting an elephant was considered a punishment worse than death. Here's what happened. A wild tribal group completely covered the man with yellow clay. They waited until the clay hardened. Then, two tribesmen slowly placed him on a pile of burning wood to roast him alive. During this entire time, he was still breathing because a bamboo tube was inserted into his mouth. In such a condition, death became his only hope. But the fate of another man was even worse. He was tied down to the ground by the tribesmen. One of them threw a deadly king cobra into the circle of fire surrounding him. Because of the intense flames, the snake couldn't back away. When it saw the only way out being blocked by the man, the cobra got furious. It immediately attacked him. Seeing his companion die such a horrific death, the man standing nearby was terrified. He had no idea what was going to happen to him, but the man never expected that the tribesmen would actually let him go. The surprise was so sudden, he just stood there in shock. Finally, on the chief's command, he started running hesitantly, and the moment he realized that he had truly escaped, he began running like a madman. The tribesmen standing behind simply watched and laughed as their prey disappeared into the distance until he crossed the boundary marked by spears. Suddenly, one of the tribesmen broke from the group and started chasing him with a spear in hand. He was only a few meters behind the escaping man. That's when the runner sensed something was wrong. It became clear that from the beginning, they had no intention of letting him go. Now, he could only try to escape with his life, but outrunning an agile tribesman was nearly impossible. With each breath, the distance between them was shrinking. In the next moment, the tribesman hurled the spear like an arrow, but it missed the mark and flew past the man. Without wasting a second, the man picked up the same spear and launched a counterattack. The tribesman was hit directly and fell to the ground, dead. The man picked up the spear again, because he knew the danger wasn't over yet. This weapon might help him survive. Soon after, another tribesman arrived and saw that his comrade had died long ago. He screamed toward the sky. He couldn't believe his eyes. They never imagined that a hunter could be killed by his prey. As more tribesmen gathered behind him, they exchanged glances. No words were needed. They all understood the chief's silent command for revenge. Without a word, they began pursuing the man. On the other side, the man had barely recovered from death's shadow and was completely exhausted. His adrenaline rush was at its peak. He knew that if he stopped, he would suffer 1,000 times more torture than his companion. But the tribesmen chasing him couldn't keep up. The distance between them started increasing. Soon, the tribesman began to feel dizzy. He staggered, and the very next moment collapsed. The fleeing man saw his pursuer stop. He didn't understand what happened, but knew he had to keep running. But now, he was responsible for the deaths of 2 tribesmen. There was no way the wild tribe would let him go that easily. In the blink of an eye, a 3rd tribesman arrived, following the trail, and the running man was completely unaware that he had once again fallen into deadly danger.